Hi guys, Bobby and Vinny here from Peak Performance Academy, and today's Coach's Corner. Lions don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep.
So we're just going to talk about today's kind of fitness related, your own personal development related, your own goal, your own path, kind of the journey you're on, and why you shouldn't be influenced by other people's opinions.
So the important thing to take into account here first is you're the one that wants to achieve something. So who cares what people think? If you're trying to do something, if it's in your business life, your home life, your fitness life, whatever it may be, if somebody has an opinion about what you're trying to do, that doesn't matter. What really matters is what you're trying to do, the journey you're on, the goals you've set for yourself, and how you're going to achieve that. And if somebody is, we'll say, saying something about you or putting you down on your goals, that you've been, say for instance, training for 6 weeks and you haven't lost that much weight, that doesn't matter. What their opinion is nothing to you. You cannot stop people saying things, you can't stop people thinking a certain way. A lot of the time when somebody comes out and says something about you or trying to achieve something, it can be a jealousy thing, it could be a self-confidence thing from their side, that they maybe might try to achieve something like that before and failed and trying to pull you down with them. So at the end of the day, what these sheep, as we call them, their opinions don't matter whatsoever.
And you kind of mentioned it there, is like, no matter what you do or how successful you are, not everybody's going to like you, so there's no point trying to chase for validity or validation of people that you think you want them to like you. There's always going to be people who don't agree with what you do, don't like you for whatever reason, so don't ever chase someone to try and make someone else happy. And that comes back to your goal. Are you doing this, are you going down this path because this is really something you wanted, that you always wanted to achieve, you're doing it for yourself, or are you doing it because it's socially acceptable or it's the social cool thing to do? Like the 10 years challenge thing that we see on Instagram, like there was loads of people who put up great progress photos of how they've developed as a person. Then there's also just that side of things, that people putting it up to get accepted or get likes. So making sure you're doing something for the internal reasons that you want to achieve it, rather than what society thinks you should be doing.
And the point here we were trying to make on this quotation, it's something we have actually written in the gym, is you are you and you've got one life. So whatever you choose to do in your life is short. We don't have a long life, we've only a certain period of time, and we need to make the most of it for ourselves. What we want to achieve, the people we want to surround ourselves with, the career we want to lead, the lifestyle we want to lead, that's really, really important, that you think of it as that's what you want to do. And again, it goes back to people who are not going to support you on that path, or people that are going to say something about you on that path. That's the kind of person that you aren't really a true friend to you anyway in the first place, and are not going to support your goals going forward, and they're only going to get more jealous and they're going to make more comments when you start to achieve. So just remember, you are you and you've got one life. Choose the path you want to go on and just stick with it, and stick with what you really want and what you want to achieve.
At the end of the day, choosing happiness over everything else is always going to be the winner. So choosing happiness over success, financial freedom, kind of trying to make loads of new friends, choosing happiness, doing something that you enjoy doing, that you really want to do, that you wake up in the morning and you're looking forward to it, you're not hating Mondays, or you're not spending all Monday to Friday waiting for the weekend, because that's wishing away most of your life. So choosing happiness within fitness, within life, and just doing the things that make you happy is always going to be the number one thing to lead you to a better life, where you're going to find your success. You're going to find people that you have more in common with. You're going to do things you enjoy more, because you're stop worrying about what other people think of what you're doing.
Yeah, because like I said, if we're all the same, we're going to be very, very boring people. That's why people are individual, and everybody's different. Everybody talk to each day is a totally different person, and that's really, really important, that they have their individual thoughts, they have their individual beliefs, and they have their own personality, and they're going to choose a certain path. A lot of the time, we as people are sheep and we follow along with what's happening. There's a sudden craze on Instagram at the moment, and everybody's putting up their 10-year transformation. We are that sheep that follow that. And that's a problem. There's the individuality is not there for that person. They're always looking for something. They're always looking for that outside influence to guide them to where they want to go, instead of actually thinking, okay, what do I actually want to achieve? just because my friend goes to the gym 7 days a week, do I have to go to the gym 7 days a week? No, you don't. If you never went to the gym, that's your choice. You might be happy doing something else outdoors. There's no problem. You might even be a person that's not even going to take anything up in the fitness industry or going to go in any classes. You might be just happy just going on with your life, working day to day, spending time with your kids, and that's your life. That's your choice. Exactly. That's you are you, and you made that choice. And if somebody's got an opinion about that, again, it doesn't matter. And you need to get kind of a little bit stronger, I think, as a person as well, to take on board criticism and people's opinions. And you have to kind of build that little bit of a thick skin that you can take it on the chin and take it on us and just brush it off.
And like, just to give you an example of that, like with all of us, myself, Bobby and Jared, working so closely together, we're all still doing different things. Like Bobby might, like they do, let's say they've done physique and train 6 days a week, or then me, I'd like to maybe train the gym 3 or 4 days a week, because I prefer nearly to play football, being out on the pitch nearly as much. Like, so even though we have the same interests, we have the same work ethic and stuff like that, we still follow our own paths on our own journeys on what we want to do athletically, kind of in the gym, all different things. So as closely we're working together, we still are on our own separate paths, and they're completely individual to the persons we are and what we want to achieve in the next 5 years, 5 months, or even 5 weeks time.
And the biggest thing there is that we are all within the same industry. We are maybe on different paths and slightly different goals we have, but we're not putting pressure on each other to do a certain thing. It's the team support around you that's going to help you. If one of us have a goal to do something, the other 2 coaches will support, and vice versa. It just crosses all boundaries. Because again, the huge thing is non-supporters shouldn't surround you. Anybody that doesn't surround your goal, you should get rid of them, and I'll be completely blunt about that. If people don't support what you're doing, they're not a true friend to you, so just get rid of them out of your circle. You want people to support what you're trying to do, and that's going to make your job, especially in this industry, when you're trying to change your body composition, which everybody's trying to do, look a little bit better for the summer. You need support there, you need help, you need people telling you, geez, you're doing great, you're going to the gym how many times a week, that's fantastic, you're looking great, you can see the difference in you already. That's somebody that's a true friend to you and a supporter of you. And that's a big thing. And again, these non-supporters are these sheep that you just need to push out and say, okay, that person's not going to help me or rise me up each day or give me any compliment. I might be a person that would give a compliment to them, but they don't give it back.
And we talk about those comments people might make, that I didn't like you, or that jealousy, or even people you meet and they kind of give you a backhanded compliment. So it's a compliment with kind of a slap in the face as well. Like, you have to learn how to develop, how to kind of just take those on the chin, like, because you have to understand people who are passing these comments, they don't have the full context of what you're going through, what you like, what you want to do, where you're coming from. So why should you kind of put any value into the comments they're putting on you? They don't know what you're going through in your life. They don't know how far you've come or how far you've yet to go. So it's about being on your own journey and just having empathy towards those people who are spending most of their time passing comments rather than doing their own thing.
I think a very good analogy for that one, it just brings me back to something when you were younger. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me, and that's something you need to take on board here. Somebody says something about you, it doesn't matter. You need to be strong enough to say that doesn't matter. I don't care what that person's opinion is. And that's a huge thing. If you can get that inner strength, whatever you're trying to achieve, you have to be 100% focused on yourself, on what you're trying to do. Forget about the opinions of other people and just drive on and be that lion, be that person that's going to be dominant. Okay, they're not going to turn around, they're not going to worry about, the whole thing here is the lion is not worried about the sheep. It's actually the sheep that's worried about the lion, but they don't see that. That's where maybe your friends are coming in, or your circle is coming in, and they're saying stuff and making comments. They're the sheep, they're the ones that are worried about you because you're getting success. Okay guys, if you like what you hear, you'll find us on peakperformancekillarney.com, all our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, on our YouTube channel, Peak Performance Killarney, and also you'll listen to our podcast on Reach Your Peak podcast, and we have a new one coming out this week with a very, very good guest from the UK, Alan Carson. It's going to be a very interesting listen. Thanks guys.